You know, the number one question I get is, Graham, how can I make money fast? Like this year, this month, how about this week? And so I love and hate this question. I love it because I get it. I mean, I was there in 2009, broke, jobless, on food stamps. I was like, how do I make money fast? So I get the question. I also hate the question because you don't want to think just about right now. You want to think about the brand that you can build and the future you can build. But I'm going to speak to you and I'm going to answer that question. How can you make money fast right now? It's 2023 when I'm taping this. There's still plenty of time. You could build your business right now. You can make money fast. In fact, what I'm going to share with you today is how I would make money in the next 30 days quickly if I needed to right now. I'm going to break it down for you step by step. So get ready, take notes. Here we go. Welcome back to the Graham Cochran Show, where each week I'm helping you unpack the habits, strategies, and tactics to build a highly profitable and life-giving business. I'm your host, Graham Cochran. Who else? Good to see you. Kids are back in school this week for me, which is ridiculous. This is like early August when I'm dropping this episode. I went to school after Labor Day when I grew up in Virginia, but it is different down here in Florida. They like want to get these kids in school, but whatever. It's quiet in my house, so my wife is very happy, and it's great. It's great. So that's what's going on this week for us. It's been an incredible summer. I hope you've had an incredible summer as well. We made some great memories, and if you're a parent, you know what it's like that you get your kids to a certain age where you start to count the summers and not the days. You realize, wow, I only have 4 summers left with my oldest, or I have 7 summers left with my youngest. It's bananas when you think about it that way. So we're trying to make as many memories as we can, meaningful memories during all this time off that they have. So that's what we did this summer. I hope you did the same. We're going to dive into a real practical episode today. There's a lot of people talking about how to make money fast. I subscribe to a bunch of channels, and so I get fed a lot of YouTube content that's very money-driven, investment-driven. And so for the last few years, I've seen all the crypto bros and all the AI, ways to make money with AI, and like whatever is trendy and fast. Like that's the promise, is like, don't grow slow, grow fast. Like make money fast. It's fast, fast, fast. And generally, I like to stay away from it, but I'm going to address it today. I'm going to share with you what actually works, a way to make money fast that actually works, that I've done, I do, my clients are doing. So we'll break that down. But you got to understand that there are 2 games that I hope you're playing and I want you to play. Okay, you're building a business. You're not just trying to make a quick buck. You're building a business, and so you want the business to be around for a long time, and not only be around for a long time, but you want the business to have leverage and have power, and it's hard to create that overnight. So there's 2 games that we always want to be playing. One is the long game. It's also the deep game. So you could call it the long and deep game, and then there's the short game. It's also the shallow game. So you could call it the short and shallow game. So long and deep game, what do I mean by that? I mean building a brand around powerful, organic, free content. Think videos on YouTube, podcasts, blog posts, social media a bit, but that's such a beast that you feed it and the content disappears and it doesn't stick around. So I like evergreen platforms like YouTube or a podcast or a blog because they're searchable and they're findable and they stick around. You get more legs, more mileage out of that time that you spent creating content. So you're building content, which is helping you build an audience. That takes time, and there's really no way around it. I try to explain that to people, and they're like, I don't want it to take time. I get it. But if you want to have money coming in without you working, if you want to have leverage and power and scalability, the type of business that it takes to do that and offer that to you, it's not built overnight. I've been putting out content every week since 2009, and that has bought me freedom. It's incredible. That's when people are like, you don't work 4 to 5 hours a week, and they think it's crazy. They don't understand how powerful and how true it is when you have content working for you, like little free employees that work 24/7. That's worth building. That's the long and deep game. That's not what we're talking about today. So I want you to be playing that game. Hopefully you already are. And if you aren't, start playing that game now. But just know that that's not going to make you money today, but it's going to make you money tomorrow. In the meantime, you can also play the short, shallow game. This isn't the highly leveraged game. It's not going to create a lot of passive income for you, but it will make you money today. And that's what we're talking about. And that is done very simply through one-on-one coaching. Okay? The long, deep game, you can keep doing one-on-one coaching or group coaching or masterminds, but you don't have to. It can be all digital products, which is really what's going to scale your time, and automated and evergreen launches and things like that I love to talk about. But the short, shallow game, the fastest way to make money and to really blow people's minds with value and to learn a ton yourself to help you with your digital product side of things is one-on-one coaching. So what I want to do today is give you 3 steps to sell coaching packages in the next 30 days. In fact, I could just call this episode that, right? So this is the fastest way. If you are introverted, it's okay. If you are shy, it's okay. If you don't know how to sell, it's okay. I'm going to give you the non-salesy, non-pushy, non-extroverted necessary way to sell coaching packages. Okay? Does that sound good to you? This will help you if you're an introvert. If you're an extrovert, this isn't going to be a problem for you because you love this stuff, but I'm an introvert, and so I have to speak to my fellow introverts, okay? So 3 steps. I'll tell you the steps, and then I'm going to break down each step into sub-steps. Get ready. It's very simple. Step number 1, land clients. I'll teach you how to do that. Step number 2, book a discovery call. So powerful. And step number 3, offer them a package. And those words are very intentional for a reason. Land clients, book a discovery call, offer a package. Very simple. So let's start with landing clients. Hopefully this is making sense so far. No matter who you are, what you want to do, and this is the one step I'm going to skip. I will say this. I am making a massive assumption that you have an area of knowledge, of expertise, if you want to use that word, of passion, of experience that you want to help people with. So I'm assuming you either already have a business that you've started to build content around. You help people lose weight. You help people speak French. You help people fix their motorcycles. You help people build online businesses. You help people, play guitar better. Any of these could be a niche, an area, a subject matter. Hopefully you either already have that business and you're just listening to this to help you make money faster. Then you're going to use that niche content. You already know what lane you're in. If you don't, that's what I write about in my book, How to Get Paid for It. Chapter 3 is all about how to build a profitable business idea, how to come up with your profitable business idea. And I've got a lot of free content on the podcast and the YouTube channel as well if you don't have $20 to buy my book. But it's really important that you start to think about the area you would love to be helping people with and that you're knowledgeable about. Like, you need to be able to help people. Not everyone. But, Rory Vaden says it this way, and I don't disagree at all because this has been my experience. The person you're most set up to help is the person you once were, right? Paraphrase. So, for example, if you got fit, lost a lot of weight in your own health journey, you can help people that were like you 2 or 3 years ago when you were overweight, unhealthy, right? Because you know what it's like, and you've been there, and you've transformed yourself, so you can help other people do the same thing. I've helped people set up recording studios and mix professional music on a budget. So that's what my first business was all about, was setting up home recording studios on a budget, helping those types of people. And then I built a 7-figure business, right? It was doing at the time $1.3 million a year, and people started to ask me for help, like coaching their businesses. And I was like, I built a 7-figure business. I could probably help you build a 6-figure and multi-6-figure and probably 7-figure business as well. I started my personal brand, and now I've built another 7-figure business, multi-7-figure business, teaching people how to build businesses online. So you can help people get where you've gotten, right? You don't have to be an expert, but what have you helped people with in the past? What experience do you have? And what do you want to help people with for the next 5 to 10 years? If you could just look ahead into the future, what do you really love that much that you'd love to talk about for 5 to 10 years? These are all some clues as to what your idea will be. I'm going to assume you know what niche you're going to be in. If not, go watch other content or read my book. It'll help you. Now, assuming you know who you want to help, step 1 is landing clients. So you reach out to your existing network. You may not have any audience at all. That's fine. But you probably have some people that follow you on social media that you're connected to. You probably have some friends on your phone that you could text. You probably have friends that you could email or people you could email. And you probably have friends at your church or your synagogue or your community that you know that if you were to announce that you're helping coach people in a certain area, you'd have some people to announce that too. And so that's what we want to do, is we want to put on Instagram or Facebook or text a bunch of your friends or email out friends and family in a big long email or hit up the people in your small group at your church. Like I'm a part of a men's business leader group that meets on Thursday mornings at my church. And there, there's probably 100 guys in there. If I really wanted to start something new, I would probably tell all those guys. We don't know if they're interested. We don't know if any of them are interested, but we start with what network we have because you never know who might be interested. And this is how you qualify it. You put out there and you say, look, I'm offering one-on-one coaching slots. I like to say I'm offering 3 new one-on-one coaching slots. I just say 3 because it seems like I'm not going to be coaching a ton of people. It's going to be very, intimate is the word I'm looking for. Yes. And it sounds like you know what you're doing because you have a very specific goal. Like, hey, I'm opening up 3 coaching slots for one-on-one coaching to help X group of people, busy dads who are overweight, musicians, budding online business owners, motorcycle enthusiasts, realtors, whoever the group is. I'm opening up 3 one-on-one coaching slots to help X group of people who struggle with Y concerns, challenges. So I'm opening up 3 coaching slots for busy dads who struggle with their weight and getting into shape or staying in shape, who want to achieve Z outcome, XYZ, right? I'm helping X people who struggle with Y concern or pain point who want to achieve Z result or outcome. That's the statement. It's one sentence. And then the follow-up sentence is message me back or DM me or email me back or hit me up or give me a call if you're interested in hearing more. It's so simple. So that's like your shot out to the world. Like, hello, world. I am offering one-on-one coaching. So you're very clear what it is. You're opening up some slots, who it's for, what their pain point is, and what outcome they want, generally speaking, right? Hey, we'll get back to the episode in just a moment, but I wanted to give you a gift for hanging out with me in today's episode. I want to give you access to a free on-demand video training to teach you how to build your first $1,000 of passive income in just 30 minutes a day. This workshop is packed with not only the things you need to create passive income, but the order in which you need to create them, how they tie together, templates you can use for swipe copy, scripts you can use, the exact tools that are both free and cheap that you can implement and use today, including how to figure out what your profitable idea is if you haven't launched your business. I cover all of this. I pull back the curtain on my business model that I'm using right now while you're enjoying this episode and how I'm generating $1 million a year plus in 2 businesses. It's all inside of this workshop and it's free. I want you to watch it because it is the business model I believe in. If you like what you'll see in this workshop, then you will know that what I'm teaching you has got substance and it's a good fit for you. So watch it, take notes, and apply it, and you can build an online passive income business off of a free video training. Just go to grahamcochran.com/workshop. That's grahamcochran.com/workshop. Now back to the episode. So for example, if I had no business right now, but I wanted to start helping people, let's say write a book, because I've written a book and my second book actually just finished writing the manuscript for. Look out for that in 2024. It's going to change the world. That's what I feel like it's going to do. I'm excited about it. But I've written and published one book. Okay, so I have some experience. This is a more relevant example. I haven't been an author for many, many years. But if I had no business and I wanted to help people who want to become authors, I could probably do that. And what I would do is probably like put out on social, hit up all my friends, hit up everybody at church that I know, and say, hey guys, I'm opening up 3 one-on-one coaching slots to help aspiring authors who've struggled with coming up with their book idea, writing their book, or getting published or figuring that out, workshop their book idea, and get their book published in the next 6 months. Something like that. I'd make it up, right? So I'm aspiring authors who are struggling with this, who want to achieve X. I might put that out there. So people are like, oh, Graham's helping people get published. That's cool. So then if they're not interested, they know it's not for them. But if they are interested, then the follow-up sentence, the second sentence, it's only 2-sentence ask. The second sentence is message me for more, or DM me for more, email me back for more if you want to know more. So that's the shot out to the world. And then the people that are interested, at least curious, are going to message you back. This is very important that they message you back, because then it's them approaching you. You are coming from a position of strength. They are interested in you. You're not pursuing them. You're just blanketing out to the world. Let them come to you, right? Just like the dating experts, let them come to you. You don't want to sound desperate. So then when they come to you, you can connect with them a little bit, message them back and forth a little bit, but what you really want them to do is jump on a free discovery call. So when they message you back, you say, hey, thanks for messaging me. That's so cool that you're interested. I would love to hear more about what your goals are for the next few months. When's a good time we could jump on a free discovery call? Okay, very simple ask. Your goal is to get them on a call. And by a call, it could be a phone call if you have their phone number. It could just be a Zoom call, right? Zoom is great because then they could see you. That's all you're trying to, that's how you land clients, is you let them know what you're doing, you get them to message you, and then you get them on a free discovery call, which is step 2. On the discovery call, here's what you do on this call. And some people get really confused here. It's very, very simple. There's 2, let's say 3 things you're trying to accomplish on the call, but 2 main things. Number 1 is you're trying to figure out if they're a good fit. Okay? You're asking them lots of questions. So it's you asking questions first. And the second part is you're actually going to coach them on the call for free. So step 1 is ask them about their goals and dreams. Okay? Hey, Graham, so awesome to have you on this call. Thanks for taking the time. I'm really excited to hear about you. So tell me, like, what are you trying to do in the next 6 months related to, your music, or related to writing a book, or related to losing weight or getting into shape? Like what's your dream? Like, if we could wave a magic wand and you have this outcome, what are your hopes and dreams for the next 6 to 12 months? And get them to talk about that first. Why? Because A, you need to know, but B, they need to dream. And the more that they talk about their dream, even if it's uncomfortable for them, or they haven't admitted it yet, or they don't allow themselves to dream, when they get in that, you're giving them the opportunity to have endorphins flood their brains as they think about the beautiful things they want to create in their life, the change they want to see, the hope they might have for the future being brighter than it is today. This is going to give them the warm fuzzies and feel like their time with you was just a really wonderful time because they got to talk about themselves, which is everybody's favorite subject. They got to talk about themselves and they got to dream a little bit. Everyone wants and needs somebody that asks them, what is your dream? What is your dream? And you get to verbalize your dream. It's overlooked how powerful this one thing is. Okay. So they're telling you their goals and dreams, and you should be writing them down in their own words, right? Just take notes. Second question, ask them about their current roadblocks or challenges. Okay. Beautiful dream. So Graham, you want to have a book published in the next 6 to 12 months. That's awesome. Your first book. So what's getting in the way of that? What's prohibiting that from happening? And listen to what they say. I don't have the time, or I don't have the resources, or I don't know who to talk to, or I don't know the first step, or I've tried it, but I'm not disciplined, or whatever it is, write it down and is there anything else, right? One of the most powerful questions you can ask is, and what else? They call it the AWE question. And what else? Right? And what else? What else? What else is a roadblock? And what else is a challenge, right? Write all those challenges down. Third question, what have you tried before to solve this issue or to get that result? Have you worked with a coach before in this area? Have you read any books on this subject? Have you taken any courses? Like, what have you tried to lose weight, or to get your book published, or to fix your motorcycle on your own, or whatever it would be? Because you want to know. You want to know what they've tried, right? Because most people aren't stupid. They've tried things before. And so you want to be able to ultimately compare what you can bring to the table to the alternatives. And you also want to know what they've tried, because that'll change your strategy for how to help them in the future if you get a chance to help them. Right? So those are the 3 questions. What are your goals and dreams? Right? Let them dream. What are the roadblocks and challenges in the way? And what have you tried in the past to get the result or to solve this challenge? You're taking notes. And then now you can go into coach mode, because now you actually know a lot about this person. And the best thing you could do to sell coaching is to actually coach. And this is something I've instinctively done for years, but I learned that this was as powerful as it is from Rich Litvin. He's one of the most brilliant coaches in the world. He wrote a great book called The Prosperous Coach. You should go read it. But I worked with him for a year, and getting to know the deeper ethos of the way he thinks about coaching, and the way when he does these calls with people, he literally shows up and coaches them powerfully. He wants them to walk away from that coaching experience, from that Zoom call or phone call, and it be a call that they'll never forget for the rest of their lives. And I love that because what he basically teaches is that the best way to sell coaching is to coach people, is to give them a taste of the real thing, right? Give them the real thing, and they're gonna be like, wow, how do I get more of that? So you've got the questions that you needed to answer the data for so that you can actually coach them. And then what you do for 5 to 10 minutes is actually coach them, actually help them. So assume if this was the only chance I could work with them, here's something I think you should know. Here's what I would do. Have you considered this? Get them to a place where they get at least one powerful insight. One powerful insight. Give them wisdom, give them counsel, give them knowledge, give them a resource, recommend a book, recommend a strategy, recommend someone else they should look up, someone's podcast. Like, be so generous and actually blow their minds. You're never going to give away too much. All you're going to do, you're opening up like the Superman, like when he rips open a shirt and you got the Superman's, like you're showing them that you are freaking Superman or Wonder Woman underneath there. And they're like, oh my gosh, like he's the man, she's the man, you know, like Taylor Swift, like she's the man, he's the man. And I'm like, I can never give too much of myself away because the more gram they get, the more gram they want, right? So you actually coach them. And then once you've blown their minds and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so helpful. You ask them. If they don't say like, hey, is that helpful? Was that helpful? That question plants the idea in their brain, if they weren't thinking it already, that I just gave you something. Now assess it. Was that helpful? Oh, yeah, you just gave me advice. Oh, yeah, this is a free call. Oh, wow. Right? That'll just sort of give them that implanting of, yes, I got free coaching. And then say, oh, yes, that was helpful. Then you say, great. Would it be okay if I were to paint a picture for you of what it might look like for us to work together like this in a deeper way? They might ask you that first. They might be like, oh my gosh, Graham, this is amazing. What would it look like for us to work together like this? That's obviously best case. If you blow their mind so much that they're asking you, how do I get more of this? But if they don't, ask them if it's okay. This is permission-based marketing. Ask them, would it be okay if I painted a picture for you of what it might look like if we could work together more? Yeah, that would be okay. Get them to say the first yes. And then when they say yes, which they most likely will if you just blew their minds, then all you do is say, look, and this is what I do with my clients. If I had time to work with you as a one-on-one client, here's what I would probably help you do. I would help you achieve X. I would work on this area. I would help you build out this strategy and this regimen. I would help you with your nutrition. I'll help you with this. Like, you just map it out. Like with my coaching clients, like I have a client right now, Wade. When I was pitching him, we just are wrapping up a 12-month package. When I was pitching him last fall, right, we had a call like this. We learned a lot about what his goals were. When I was telling him what it would look like to work with him, I was like, here's what we would do. You've got a book coming out. I'm going to help you with your book launch strategy, and I'm going to show you all my templates that I use for launching my book. I'm going to help you like build out this high-end coaching package to get you more clients. We're going to work on really growing your YouTube channel because when I take a look at that, it's not really growing as well as it needs to be. We're going to get you more leads. We're going to get you more of this. We're going to increase your rates. Like I paint a picture of what outcomes we're going to create and what it looks like to work together. And so that's where I like to say, typically I do calls like weekly or monthly or bi-weekly, and these are like in-depth 90-minute calls or whatever they may be. But I also give my private clients, unlimited access to me on Voxer or Slack or whatever, text, like whatever, like these are some ideas of things you could offer. You paint that picture of outcomes we would work on together, things I would hold you accountable to, and then access to me you would have, and we would achieve X, Y, and Z results together. Is that something that you'd be interested in? And if they're like, yes, they basically want to know how much does that cost. If you've done your job, they're like, yeah, I want that. Then it's really just about cost. And then that's the third step is you offer them a package. Ideally, do this right there on the phone. Do it right there on the phone, even if they have to think about it. Do it right there on the phone. You can always email them back later, but it's most powerful if you do it right there on the call. And if you're going to do it on the call, you have to practice saying your number. So I would have this written out on a piece of paper or on your like notes on your screen next to your Zoom, so you can read read it out loud. But you want to practice it, and just offer them. Here's what you do: you don't offer them here's my hourly rate. No, you don't offer them a single call. No, you offer them a package, ideally of 6 to 12 sessions or 6 to 12 calls, however you want to call it. And you can decide if these are weekly, if they're monthly, if they're bi-weekly. That doesn't matter as much as like you're going to get 6 to 12 sessions, or we're going to work together for the next 3 months, the next 6 months, or it's 12 months. You could do it in terms of months if you want to. But tell them that it's a package, because you can't work magic in one session. It's really, you want to, if you're committed to them, they need to be committed to you as well. We're going to commit to a certain period of time. And so you could have 2 offers if you want, a 6-month package and a 12-month, a 3-month and a 6-month, your call. Make up a price. So you could be like, hey, I have a 3-month package. It's $1,000, right? Or it's $5,000 or it's $3,000, whatever you want. Just make up a price. And if you have 2 package offers, then make up a second price, right? And if the longer the package, if there's a 6-month package, it shouldn't just be double the price of the 3-month. It should be less than double the price. It should be a better deal if they commit to you longer. Does that make sense? Incentivize them to work with you longer, because then you make more money and you can get them more results. And then just in your mind, know that the price, you're going to give them 10x the value, right? So if it's a $1,000 package, they're going to get $10,000 worth of value in terms of like the way you help show up for them and the results you get them. Don't think of it in terms of monetary value, but like you're over delivering, because like, you're going to give them so much, you're going to blow their minds. And that's all you got to do. If they say yes to whatever your price is, you do the calls, you blow their minds, you give them whatever they need to succeed so that they love the process, so that you get a testimonial. And then what you do is just rinse and repeat that whole process. And the only difference is next time you have 2 things. 1, you have testimonials. Hey, just finished working with a client. Susanna, here's what we did with her. Here's what she had to say. Here's a video she shot. Take a look at that. Or I'll email you what she emailed me. Or here's a screen grab of the results we got her. Or here's her before and after pictures, whatever. So that's leverage now that you didn't have before. So you massage that in. And once you have more of these, you massage your best ones in, right? And then number 2 thing that you do differently, only the second thing you do differently, is you raise your price. Because these prices are not public, they're private. Every time someone's on a discovery call, that's the only time you're offering them a price. And so raise your price each time, and see how far you can go. That's literally all it takes. Land clients, get them on a discovery call, offer them a package. Does it make sense? Here's the challenge for you. If you need to make money in the next 30 days, which a lot of people do, is land at least 1 coaching client in the next 30 days. But my challenge to you is to land 2. Say to the world that you're opening up 3 slots, and if you fill all 3, good on you. But try to fill 2. So decide on your price for your package. If you're unsure how to think of the price, think about how many hours you would spend coaching them. Are they 60-minute calls? Are they 90-minute calls? How many calls in that package over 3 to 6 or 12 months or whatever it is? And what do you feel like your time is worth, right? In terms of the value you're bringing, because this is personalized, one-on-one coaching, bringing all of the years of your experience, either doing the thing on yourself or with previous people, even if it's for free. And we're not going to coach for free anymore. We're going to charge, because if you're coaching for free, you're not going to get good clients. You can coach them for free on the discovery call, but that's giving them a taste of what they should pay for. You want people who are committed to you. So come up with your price and figure out, how many calls they're going to get, and put it into a package price. Okay. And then if you really want to, offer them 2 options, a shorter and a longer option. And it should be slightly discounted for the longer option. That's it. And then just put that sentence out there that we talked about in the landing clients. Start to use your network. You will be totally blown away and surprised at how many people in your actual social circles right now would actually want to work with you. Because here's what you have going for you. They actually know who you are. So the scam meter is gone, because you're not a nobody to them. They may not know much about your experience in this new coaching thing you're doing, but that's the beauty, is they will forego seeing any testimonials or experience that they would need to see, because they already have somewhat of a relationship with you, if not a lot of a relationship with you. The best way to start coaching clients is to coach the people in your existing social circles. And then you can get testimonials, and those testimonials will help sell to complete strangers who've never, ever heard of you before. Does this make sense? That's it. That's literally the formula. And then the beauty of this, going all the way back to the first thing we said about the long game that's long and deep versus the short and shallow, is when you do one-on-one coaching, even if you only coach 3 people, you have deep insight into your customer, deep insight into your target avatar that you can leverage when you go to create content, create courses, do a webinar, any of that stuff. Because now you have real people with real language, real goals, real problems, and real testimonials. And it just helps you speak to your ideal customer with much more powerful language, because it's not your language and it's not marketing language. It's real people language. And so the short, shallow game actually helps feed the long, deep game of content and audience building, which is pretty beautiful. There you go. That's it. So if you are watching on YouTube, put in the comments below, have you ever coached somebody one-on-one and gotten paid for it? Have you coached somebody one-on-one and gotten paid for it? Let me know what that experience was like in a comment below. And if you are bold enough and you need it enough to make money in the next 30 days, let me know if you're going to take me up on that challenge and shoot for 2 coaching clients in the next 30 days. 1 is the minimum I want you to get, but shoot for 2. Say you're offering 3, shoot for 2, and at least get 1. Let me know if you're going to take me up on that 30-day coaching challenge in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, thank you so much for listening. The challenge is for you as well. You can do this. It's awkward at first, but trust me, you can do this. It's the fastest, best way to make money right now in 2023 and beyond. Have an amazing rest of your day and week, and I'll see you on another episode of the show real soon.